Hi, I'm Duane Dauner, Director of the campaign to oppose Measure F, a ballot proposition that will be on the ballot in Palo Alto on November the 6th. Measure F supposedly will limit health care costs and improve quality. In fact, it does neither. The City Council of Palo Alto has voted unanimously to oppose Measure F. Why? Because number one, it requires the city to put up money for creating a new regulatory bureaucracy and ongoing funds every year to implement the regulatory mechanisms that are called for in Measure F. Secondly, it doesn't limit cost, it doesn't control cost to either an individual patient or all patients. It doesn't deal with the charges. What it does do is limit the revenues from private payers. Medicare and Medi-Cal are excluded, and they don't cover the cost anyway. So private payers, most of whom are out of state, they're based out of state, will be the beneficiaries here. If there are any rebates that are made under this proposition, they go back to the company's headquarters. There's nothing in this measure which requires that any rebates that there are made benefit either Californians or Palo Alto residents. And Palo Alto residents will lose. Providers will lose money. Now, hospitals can't move, but physicians, dentists, optometrists, podiatrists, and others can. Many of those practitioners operate in an individual office, and they rent space. They can move to Mountain View or Menlo Park or to some other community nearby, provide care, but the patients living in Palo Alto will have to drive further for their health care. Their access to care will be compromised. It doesn't work for the city. It's bad for the health care providers, and it's also bad for the residents, the taxpayers of Palo Alto. When those buildings are vacated by practitioners, the tax base for those is lost. And therefore, the city will suffer revenue losses as well. And finally, when we look at the overall initiative itself, what is really accomplished? A regulatory bureaucracy, doing things that don't address cost, don't address quality, but penalize the providers as well as the residents, the taxpayers of Palo Alto. Please join us in voting no on Measure F.